What's up, everybody? It is your boy DJ Spin. Now, Kelly Spencer is supposed to be here. I don't know where she is, but welcome to Talent Tuesday, our A&R forum, where we take the time to sort of give back, and we go through music by new and upcoming artists, and we go through and we give them a rating, and we have serious guests, like real serious people in the music industry, some dance music, some soul music, but today is a special day because I've got one of my favorite people that's going to do this with us today. My man from the land with the super quick hand. Rich Medina is with us today. What up, my man?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for joining us. I mean, you know, some people need an introduction, but Rich doesn't need an introduction. Rich has blazed the music industry, playing house, hip hop. I mean, he's a turntablist. The dude is just a world-renowned killer DJ. And I thank you so much, man, for joining us today and lending us your ear. So it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
And, it's nothing like putting a battery in somebody's back, we we need it all the time as artists. So this is really exciting to be on your channel, doing a service like this for people who are trying to break music. It's really exciting to be here. That's
awesome, man. Thank you. Also joining us from the UK, baby. Another one of my absolute favorite individuals on the planet. This guy has, man, let's see. He's responsible for Kiss FM in London. So many careers from, let's see, Paul Trouble Anderson, Bobby and Steve. I mean, this guy has touched so many Rich Medina.
Geez.
Not Richard Earnshaw. Yeah, Richard Earnshaw, actually, yeah. I mean, so many people that Gordon Mack has actually had a hand in career building. But he's also the, I'm going to say, owner and operator of My Soul and My House in the UK. And he's just a fantastic individual who has killer ears. So let me tell you. We're going to see what Gordon Mack is going to say about some of these tracks. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's a pleasure to have you with us, Gordon. Thank you for joining us tonight. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much, my darling. He's got a little bit. Blessed with that note, that voice. My poor and weak.
Well, look, part of the reason that we want you is for your voice. So if your voice is not working, you need to go away.
No, my ears. I'll do ups and downs.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sounds good. You. All right. Mr. Gordon Mack, everybody. Thank you for joining us, Gordon. I appreciate it. We also have a young lady who has a record out on our label right now. Her name is Angelica Deno. And the track is, one of the mixes of her track is playing under us right now, produced by Zonum. And the track is entitled All I Am. She is the native New Yorker with a killer, not just killer, but a sweet voice. Make sure that you check out All I Am right now. That's out on QU3. Hi, Angelica. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and be part of the crew.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. So thank you for joining us tonight as well. And we have, speaking of QU3, hello.
You didn't have to put me stuff like that. No.
I had to put you on display, my brother. We have our A&R extraordinaire for QU3, His name is Mike Freak. And back to the lab. What's up? DJ Renee Melendez with us tonight from the Quantize crew. So hopefully we'll get Kelly involved and see what goes down with her. So I don't know where she is. I don't know. But until then, until she comes in, I guess I'm your hostess with the most. Acting like the hostess with the mostest. All right. So we've got 5 tracks tonight that we're going to go through. And we're going to see what happens and see what everybody has to say about these tracks today. So it is your boy DJ Spin, and you are checking out Talent Tuesday with our first track for the night that is called All You Ever Need, as Talent Tuesday is in full effect, baby.
but I'm all you'll ever need.
All right. That is track number 1, All You Ever Need, as we start our Talent Tuesday with what I think is a pretty good start track-wise. So, let's see what we're going to do here. Let's go to my man, Rich Medina.
Yes,
What do you
sir.
think, my brother? What do you think about this?
I think it's well produced. It's very seldom you can hear such a straightforward, simple track that actually also has smart phrasing and changes. Doesn't, no bridges or movements like that, but there's still shifts and dynamics in the track that make it intriguing. I couldn't find myself trying to figure out whether or not the vocal was a sample that was being placed or it was sung and then minimalized to the refrains that were presented. But I like it.
All right. Scale of 1 to 10.
Ooh, that's tough. Man.
It's not supposed to be easy, Rich. Not supposed to be.
7.5.
7.5. All right, cool. 7.5 from my man Rich Medina. And as we go over to the UK, Mr. Gordon Mack, what say you?
I love the production of it. It's a one that sort of just goes on and on and on. But it did get a bit and I like a song. I like kind of a called just having a psalming word. It's just like the right away. But I kind of what I heard. I just wanted to hear more of a, it's just a bit. And I don't know whether it was sampled or everything.
Yeah, I can't tell whether it was a sample or not. But yeah, okay, all right.
I'd raise it more. I mean, I like the guy's voice. The voice was nice.
Okay.
Sweet. Wanted more of a song, more of a.
Okay. If you give it a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
6.
Okay. Cool.
6 for
6 from Gordon Mack. All right. Cool. Angelica, what do you think about this?
So I think it has a really great vibe. Like, I think it sounds like it's a version or two away from being ready to sign. I think the bass line is sick. It has like a real groove and it's danceable, right? I think the vocal sample is hooky, and with proper placement, it could really take the track and the crowd to the next level.
Okay.
I think it's in the pocket vibe-wise, but it should be more strategic about the placement of the vocal. The break was a bit funky, and I wish that the part at the end of the track happened more towards the middle. To give like the dancers like a little bit more of like a breath or space, and then come back strong. I think overall, I would totally sign this if the artist was open to making some of the changes, because I could totally see like Louis Vega, David Morales, and a few others, of larger names and scale rocking this. And I think it has marketability. So I think the person who produced this did a great job. Kudos to you.
Awesome feedback.
Yeah.
If you gave it a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
I would give it an 8.5.
Okay, 8.5 from Angelica. All right, Miss Renee Melendez, what do you think?
So the chat room liked it. They gave it 100%.
This is the chat room on Twitch, correct?
Chat room on Twitch, yes.
All right, good.
I like it. I think it's good for a deep house song. It doesn't have a lot of vocals, but it has just enough. I think it just needs a little bit more polishing. but I would also give it. I would give it a 7.5.
All right, 7.5 from Renee Melendez and Mike Freak. What do you think, buddy?
Was that, well, first question, was that like Robert Owens? That's not like a Robert Owens sample right there.
No, it doesn't sound like Robert Owens.
For a minute, it did. It sounded like that. Like
It's
that,
absolutely not.
No, yeah. But so I don't know if that was a sample or not. So, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, but it's definitely not Robert Owens.
Yeah, for like the first time I heard, I was like, "What's going on here?" But it sounded, it sounded pretty well produced. So you gotta give the producer that. I like the vibe of the track.
Yeah, it sounds good. Right.
I like the vibe of the track. So.
All right, scale of 1 to 10. What would you give it?
I'll give this one an 8. I really
All right, an 8 from Mike Freak.
Hello.
All right, hello. All right.
Hey, everybody.
In the house. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm great. How's it going? What did I miss?
Oh, you missed a few things, but you missed track number 1, so we get
Was it
ready
any
to dive
good?
into track number 2. I liked it. I think it needs some arrangement work, but in general, it got good scores.
Sound like it was like a 6. I didn't miss anything. What's up with this one? Disco Revival. All right, I'm ready.
All right, so
hey,
Disco
everybody.
Disco Revival is
There you
next.
go.
All right, it is Talent Tuesday.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's on? I can't even see.
What do you mean? Yes.
Rich Medina. Gordon Mack. Oh, look at this pretty lady. Hey.
That's Angelica Deno.
Angelica, hello. And my friend Gordon Mack. All right. Let's
Okay.
get down with
So
this.
now that I've got the host back, now I can get into some other
I'm
things.
ready.
All right. It is Talent Tuesday with our song number 2 entitled Disco Revival as the music continues.
Disco has been defined, I guess. Disco has survived. And it sort of seems more loved than ever. But I mean, have you felt that kind of change?
music, 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 disco, music. You don't hear that much anymore. But when I do disco, which I will do, you're gonna hear a lot of lyrics.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear some stories. Hearing the message as well as the beat is more than just music and dance and disco.
It is Talent Tuesday.
Track number 2.
Track number 2. That's what that is.
Disco what?
Disco Revival.
All right. Who are we starting out with? Who'd you start out with last time?
Let's see. I don't even remember who I started out with last time.
It must have been Rich because I didn't hear
I
him
did
talk.
start out with Rich last time, and Gordon looks like he is not.
Gordon?
He's missing. So let's start with Rich anyway.
Yeah. Funky Medina.
She just called you Funky Medina, yo.
I've been catching that one since Tone Loc hit the street.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have.
Tone Loc, wish he had your voice, though. I wish I could talk that low, but it is.
I wish I had his sometime.
No doubt. What do you think about this one, buddy?
I think that all the pieces of the puzzle are there. I think the title of the track had me expecting some live instrumentation. I think that the components that were in it were played human. It would have more swing and more bounce, like a true disco production. Like I found myself looking for the swing, or looking for some embellishment on the bass line or some embellishment in the guitar licks. So
Okay.
even with all the components being there, it kind of shoots straight ahead.
All right, cool, good. What would you give it? Scale of 1 to 10.
8.
Good.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Because I agree with you, man. I think that in the grand scheme of it all, this track could be a lot funky. I think the sample play is clever, but I think something is missing. Just something. But I think in the grand scheme of things, you're right. I mean, all of the elements are there. It's pretty good.
All right. So since you're talking, why don't you give it a score?
I give it a 7.
All right. Not too shabby.
I give it a 7. Angelica. What do you think?
So I think it had a really nice groove. There was some great storytelling with the vocal placement and samples. They were really on the right path, I feel like. You just need to give each segment a little bit more room to breathe. And what I mean by that is that the vocal needs to be a little bit more streamlined, especially the part in the middle. It got a little bit too jumbled and you couldn't really understand what was going on. And it kind of, I feel like it would have been more impactful if there were more one-liners rather than such like a long segment. I feel like the long segment made it more of like a movie soundtrack or a TV soundtrack. And if you're shopping this, you have to think about the audience and that this is like going to get people moving and grooving and stuff like that. The mix needed a little bit of work, and I think the arrangement needed a little bit of fine tuning, but overall I would give it an 8.
Okay,
That's
an
not
8
bad.
from Angelica Deno.
All right.
All
Over
right.
on Facebook, we have Lamore Disco giving it a 6. Oh, Tony Griffin didn't think it went anywhere.
I mean, it is kind of linear.
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
I agree with that.
All right. Renee, I don't know how to say your last name. She thinks that it's Bob Sinclair style. All right, I can hear that. Daz Fontaine gives it an 8. All right, Facebook family, we see you. Let's check in with...
Let's go with Renee.
Renee? Okay.
Renee, what do you think?
Hey, so the Twitch family liked it. Let's start there. They gave it 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For me, I think it was linear. What I think it was missing, when you think of disco, you think of live horn sections and strings. And this song lacked those two things.
Right.
So it kind of has some structure, but needs a lot of work if you want to make the sound match the name.
Right.
So I would give it a 5.
Okay.
All right, we give it a 5. Right. Renee is one tough cookie. Mike,
and here's another cookie.
Here's a cookie.
What say you, Mike?
I'd like some chocolate cookies, please.
Oh, Lord.
I can pay you some, Kelly. Anyway, so I really like this track. There's something to be said about, how we name the tracks that we make, because this is not the disco tune. But like someone who thinks of like, if we're gonna put this out where we'll put it, I was like, oh, this one will work with Jack in House. So
yeah,
this could do well in TrackSource. So I think this is a lot of potential in this track. So I really like it.
Okay, scale of 1 to 10.
I'll give this an 8.
All right, an 8 from Freaky Mike. Mike freaked a lot. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next track.
Is Gordon back?
Is Gordon back? Let's see.
Nope.
No. We're still working on Gordon Mack. We gotta get him straight.
So wait, he didn't come back on.
No, we gotta get him straight. We had to figure it out. What's going on with his connection, disconnection, and connection. As we move on, it is Talent Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
Now, let's see if we can get this.
Shout out to Benji Bradshaw on Twitch.
Hey Benji, how you doing?
Crystal Disco Mama is in the house.
Okay.
Everybody is on Twitch today. What's up, Twitch family?
Okay.
All right, let's roll on.
We're gonna roll on
What is this
and
called?
roll on. This is
Funky
called
Funk Key.
Funky
Funk Key, as in a key that you put in a door. Del.
Funkadelic.
Like
okay, I get
like
it.
Like that.
Lord have mercy.
I'm not licking you. I mean, but we are married. I could. It's Talent Tuesday. Stay with us, fam.
Right, all right. It is Talent Tuesday.
Why is Twitch so cruel?
Well, what's Twitch saying?
67%. Not really
67%
feeling
not
it.
really feeling it. Okay, all right. That's fair, right? Yeah.
Okay, 67. All right, over on Facebook. What's up, Etienne Love? Haven't seen you in a little while. Very dated, possibly would have worked in 88. Needs a 2023 polish. Tell us how you really feel. That is what I wanna know. Needs more cowbell, Neil? Really?
That thing had cowbell all the way through.
Neil McLean, hello. All right, let's check out our judges and hear what they have to say.
All right, so look, I think Gordon Mackalackalicious is back. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Got
Yes,
some sound.
there he is.
There you go.
Your,
Hi,
your
Gordon.
engineer came round, he sorted me out, and I'm back. Yay!
All
I
right,
just
I
say
think
about-
we're all sorted.
Can I just say about Disco Revival last song? Because I heard it all, and I couldn't actually talk because she was going.
Cool.
I love that one. I would play that.
Really?
In the clubs. Wouldn't play it. I wouldn't play it in the clubs.
You're talking about the disco
I really
Yes.
likes it, especially when they
Good.
said disco. People forgetting their troubles. So
Right.
summed it up for me. I like that. 8 out of 10 for that last one. Too many
Good. All right.
cowbells.
So give me a scale of 1 to 10 on the disco track.
You know,
All right.
8.
Perfect.
Got a lot of eights.
Hey, we got a lot of 8s on
I
here.
hope-
All right.
Pick 'em up.
You're insane. What do you think about Funkydelic?
I actually like it. It's got. I don't know why I like it, but I actually really like it. And I was saying about I love songs and stuff like that. Got the groove. I don't know. It's just nice. The cowbells came in a little bit too much of them. Didn't need so much. And that was cool. But no, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I'd get about 7.5.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Gordon Mack has spoken. Thank you, sir. Now I'm going to go over to my very white brother and see what he has to say about it.
Voice. The voice.
Stop.
That's very light. Very
Please stop.
Very light.
Right. Exactly, Rich.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that track because all the elements are there. The production feels thought out, but it sounds to me as if either the bass line or the keyboard.
Oh man, hold up. Back up a little bit because you just broke up in something where you were talking prolific stuff. Say that one more time.
It sounds to me like either the bass line or the key refrain are pitched sharp. So the keys and the bass aren't in communication, and it makes the remainder of the instruments feel out of key.
Right. Okay. Okay. What would you give it? A scale of 1 to 10. That's first, and then I'm gonna go in and dissect something with you.
Yeah, and I need him to follow up too.
Yeah, we gonna get you to follow up on that.
I'd give
Score.
it 6.
6. Okay, if you could give this producer one bit of advice to make this a stronger song, what would that advice be?
Look at the components of the song, and you're already thinking in phrasing and song structure intelligently, but you got to give the instrument space to beat the walking bass line.
Wait, back up again. Losing you
Oh,
again.
yeah, we lost him a little bit.
Say that last part again.
It's a walking bass line, the entire track.
Right.
The bass line should disappear at some point, and the way it shifted into the bridge, it just sounded like some ideas that got.
Well, back up one more time. Back up just a little bit. Do it again.
I think 2 or 3 more passes with a bassist and some key consideration in the track would really round it off.
Okay, my man. Thank you so much for that, Rich. All right, Angelica. I know you're gonna drop some signs. You've been dropping signs this whole entire show. What you think? Oh,
wait a minute.
My bad. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, so I thought it was really cute. I thought it had like a nice vibe. It definitely was funky. I like the organic sounds, but the strings sound like a sample or they replayed a sample of some kind. Mm-hmm. And my advice is that you have to be very careful with that, because if you're trying to sign something, you either have to clear it ahead of time or you're going to face like an Vanilla Ice type of situation where somebody's going to take you to court. It also sounds like you're not quite there yet. It's like almost finished, but you're a few iterations away. Definitely make sure that all of the keys are in key together to further what Rich was saying, and think about the arrangement a little bit more. But all in all, I would give it a 6.8. Sorry.
6.8. Okay.
Not 6.9.
I don't think we've ever had a 6.
I don't think we've
ever had a 6.8.
Because this guy would never allow a 6.8
I love
to
it.
ever happen.
I love it. It's so accurate. Thank you.
Mike, what do you think?
Is it worth a 6.9 to you, Mike? No, he said no. All right. Well, tell us.
Well, yeah, I felt like the bass line was a little bit disconnected from the track.
Yeah.
When I was listening to it, like the parts go well, then that bass line is like, I mean, if there's one thing I could give, is like there's plugins that you can use to, determine the pitch of your track. You can even use your DJ software to give you the key, just to make sure that if you're using a sample, then you can do that. Or there are now scaler plugins. It gives the plugin will do the scales for you, and all that. So there are lots of tools that will help you as a producer. So that would be it. Because I think if you match that bass line with the rest of the song, I think this could give whatever that was looking for, that right there. So yeah.
Okay. Scale of 1 to 10.
Just the baseline just drove me nuts. I'll give this a 5.
Okay.
So what Mike is saying, he's just trying to be nice. What he's saying is what somebody said this last time, that there's so many tools out here now. You don't even really have to know what you're doing that much.
Well, I mean, you have to have an ear. The thing is,
hear me out.
Doesn't matter. If you don't have an ear, none of it matters.
But if there are tools that can help you, and you don't utilize the tools to get all this stuff in key, well, if you don't hear it's out of key, then I mean,
that could be.
Which is exactly what I'm saying.
If you don't hear it's out of key, but you need to rethink your profession.
Listen, you can have all of the tools in the world. Yeah. It's not about what you have. It's about how you use what you have. Okay. And you don't even have to have a lot.
Then stop. If a person does not hear that something is out of key, it's music. Like, it has to be in key. So if you can't hear that,
I could tell you plenty of records that are kind of out of key that are hits.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this kind of record. This is not a hit. I mean, come on. So what does a person do?
I think that in the grand scheme of things, this producer needs to probably work with a keyboard player. And
that's what I want you all to do. You have to give these people some tangible help.
I mean, there's a lot of elements, like in this section, there's a lot of elements going on. The bass does not match the key. The bass does not match the piano. The flute is, I don't know where it is. I mean, but all in all, the elements are nice. The elements just do not blend together well. Yep. That's the problem. And
if you don't have your own ear, you need to work with a musician.
Correct.
Who has an ear.
Correct.
That is what I want y'all to say.
Because there's no musician on the planet that's worth his salt that would allow that to go.
Right.
Not this.
Okay.
But again, the elements are good. The idea is
so he's got
good.
This whole, or she has this whole thing.
Yeah, you just need
somebody to help you
make musical sense.
So to Mike's point, I don't know if you can throw an app at it if you don't have the ear.
You can.
Okay.
I don't think that you can.
Okay.
I think that because I think that there's some apps, and Mike will probably disagree with me.
Well, there's probably apps you don't even know about. You're old school.
Yeah, but there are some apps that I think.
Does know what an app does?
Does he even know how to download them, Mike?
Just hilarious, the both of you. The point being is that an app can tell you that something is in a key, and it might be a minor key or a major key. And the problem is that if they don't match, if you don't match major to major, minor to minor, then you're gonna have problems.
Yeah, that's flash right there.
Correct, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, but you need to have somebody around who understands what music theory is. You really should, as a producer. And if you don't know somebody, go out and find somebody.
Well, what did they say? I mean, there are people playing in bars and on corners who are musicians.
You can find somebody.
And ask them
you'd be surprised at how many musicians there are that would be willing to.
Hey, I'm going to put this song out. If you're willing to work with me, I'll make you a co-writer or co-producer or whatever.
Many
barter
different
with
things
these
that
people.
You can do.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Did we get to everybody?
I think
we didn't get to Renee. I feel like I cut Renee off.
You did.
We need to hear from Renee. Sister Renee.
Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Speak.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sister Kelly, my Thelma. So I think I agree with what everyone else said. There's great components there, but it doesn't make sense. It looks like it's just a bunch of loops that are kind of stacked on top of each other, and the person listened to it, and I guess they thought it sounded good, but it really didn't. And again, it's about utilizing your resources, not just apps, but like you said, people who are musically proficient that can hear something and be honest and critique your work and say, this is not ready. You need to revisit the track again. You maybe need to move some things around. It's really about surrounding yourself with people who are going to be honest with you and tell you that something just doesn't work and you need to start over or fix this or fix that. So with that said, I am going to give it a 5.
All right.
Okay.
5.
All right. As we move on to track number 4, which is called Aloros. Aloros.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
It's Talent Tuesday. Stay with us. Drop us some notes in the chat and let us know how you feel.
All right.
Somebody said it's cute. 9%. Not 9%. 75% on Twitch are saying they will pass on this one.
Okay.
What's up, Matt McDonald? Says this takes you back. Takes you back in a good way or what? We need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Neil McLean says this is nice. You like the strings. All right. Well, let's go and check out our judges. Start with the ladies first.
All right, Angelica, what say you?
Okay, so I thought it had a nice beat groove, right? You have a good use of sounds and movement around the sample, so good use of the sample. However, the funky alien bot sound is it's distracting, and either you throw like a filter on it and you kind of like, I don't know, delay it or just completely get rid of it. Because it really doesn't sound like it fits. And it takes a little bit too long to get where you want to go. So just be mindful of like the arrangement and where you're going. And I feel like you're almost there, but your mix is a little on the hot side, and I don't mean it in a good way. I mean it's a little high. Overall, I would give it a 6, but if you take the feedback and you make a few adjustments, I feel like you could definitely get it signed, because it definitely has the foundation and the bones that you need to go where you want to go.
All right.
That's good feedback.
It's great.
And I really hope that the producers are listening. And
because I would like to see this track come back.
Yeah. And we've had songs come back where people taken the time to listen and really put in the work, and we've signed those songs. So I hope, producer, that you're out there and you're listening, because that really was some good feedback. Let's go to Renee.
All right. What you think, Renee?
It missed the mark for me. I think they were going with a really deep house vibe, but the track was very linear. It didn't have any like really breaks or nothing that made me stop and brought me back full circle. So I'm gonna say it needs work, needs some restructuring, and I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Gordon Mack, what you think?
I feel like I've heard that song a million times before, like millions of other songs. I mean, it's okay. It was got a little bit acidy at some point. It reminded me of the London in the 80s, the time of some of the breaks and bits and pieces. Personally, great song. I'm giving it a 4.27.
It's a first. We've had many firsts today. 4.27.
Okay.
I just feel like I've heard it over and over.
Yeah. And I agree with you on that. Rich, what you think?
These last couple tracks make me wonder how many of these producers are making music on their own without a second without second opinion, whether it's a music.
Back up once again. Back up again. You're so soft spoken. I think your microphone is saying he's not speaking loud enough.
I was saying that, you need to have a set of fresh eyes on you when you're making music. You need to have another producer or another listener or another participant in the room for checks and balances. And sometimes you get married to something when you're working on it, and you're married to the idea, and the idea is a really good idea, but it's out of tune.
Right.
And the elements that you're putting in it, that flute type of refrain at the end was really shrill, and it happy up. I feel like so.
Rewind. One more time. Rewind.
It felt like the track was trying to become a dark, minimal track, and then that flute refrain just kind of made it happy in a way that was kind of off-putting.
Right. Okay, scale of 1 to 10.
5.5.
Okay. All right.
And that, Rich is right. You got to get feedback, and not from a person who won't tell you the truth. You have friends who say, yeah, you look great. And then you look at those pictures 2 years later and you're like, why did my friends don't let friends
drive drunk,
fail, or look crazy? Ask Spin. When he says, how do you like this? I'm like, there's no way that people who like to sing want to sing this.
Right, trust me, I have several people that I let hear everything.
Well, we're not even going to talk about you and Tommy, but people who can be really honest. Who would just say, I don't like it, whether it's from a consumer's point of view, a listener, a person like me who's just going to listen in their car, a person who's going to tell you whether they think it's going to sell, another producer who can hear, a musician, a random musician, and hey, listen to this and tell me what you think. Take that feedback. It's so valuable.
It is. Mike Freak. What you think?
I like this part right here that you're playing, the one that you're looping right there. Yeah. I mean, I think you can develop that thing, like add more elements, and that thing is gonna rock it, because that bass is right there. You have something really good. You just need to develop the other parts that will mesh along with that one. Because this one, what was that? What was that track that sounded like that? This is the Journey into Sound. Jesus created the sound.
Jesus creates sound. Yeah, sure.
That's what it felt. That's what it sounded like. Right there. And
yeah, it has some elements of that going on.
I mean, you can always use reference. Like, that's a good reference right there. You don't necessarily have to copy what the track did, but if you can like emulate a couple of things here and there, I think that could help. Because this one right here is a nice groove. Like, you can add the hi-hat right there. It's gonna rock.
Yeah. Scale of 1 to 10.
I'll give this one a 6.
All right.
This one's a good foundation right there.
All right. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Looks like we got through track number 4, so we're going to go to our last track for the night. And this track is something that was on Talent Tuesday before. It's going to be interesting to see how many people remember this.
Where is it?
This track is called Turn It Around. And
have they fixed it?
Well, let's see what everybody thinks.
Okay.
That'll be the judgment call right there. As Talent Tuesday continues. about turning it around.
It's only the beginning. Envision yourself winning. He paid it all for you. Praise him in all you do. It's only the beginning. Envision yourself winning. Forget about the past. God saves the best for last. It's only the beginning. Envision yourself winning. He paid it all for you. Praise him in all you do. It's only the beginning. Envision yourself winning. Forget about the past. God saves the best for last. It's only the beginning. Envision
Okay.
yourself winning.
All right. Okay. What do you think? I don't even know if you remember the original.
Yeah, so I wish I had my notes from the original. But what did I say about 2 seconds in? I said, what did you do? Because I could hear your work on this.
Yeah, I worked on it a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. But,
okay, well, I can hear it. I like the message.
The message is great.
I like the message. But you know what? When the guy started singing, I remembered there was a problem with the key or something. Did the producer go back, or did we sign it as is and then you remastered it? We
pretty much signed it as is. All I did was pretty much kind of master it, and I did it with the stems. But
okay.
But I was just like, okay, this is actually. I like
it.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. Let's see what everybody else has to say. Maybe you and I are crazy. Angelica, what do you think?
So I agree with the message. I think it's a great message. Really great meaning. The lyrics are really powerful, and I'm a stickler for lyrics. I was a little lost on the hook. I think that was like the only thing that I didn't stand out to me right away. But I think the vocals, the harmonies are like they've been blended very well. It sounds great. I think it's a vast improvement from where it was, and I would give it a 9.
Okay, 9 from Angelica. Thank you for that. Yeah. Gordon Mack.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I loved it from the build up, the start, the build into it. Yep. And it's a song. It's wicked.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So I loved it. It feel good factor. I thought it was brilliant. I could murder that on the radio and in the clubs.
Okay.
So I like
9.9999. There you have it.
Shout out to. Go ahead.
All right.
He likes
Thumbs up from Gordon.
He likes it.
Thank you.
Shout out to Ben Blayton over on Facebook. He says, "Spen, I know you have your remix ready." So
oh yeah, that's what's coming. This is the original.
So
we haven't even done what we do.
Gordon Mack likes it. That means we're gonna hear it on My Soul Radio. If you don't hear it, if it doesn't sell one record, it will be played on My Soul. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a nice little radio edit together for you.
Let's get a radio edit on that one.
Real nice. 3.5 minutes. It's a good build.
That's right.
No.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into anything. Right in there.
Yeah. Shout out to Paris Vet, who's actually doing this remix for me.
She's bad.
She's bad.
Now say it right. Thank you.
I said it right. Paris, I didn't mess that up.
Yes, he did,
Paris, I did not. Paris Corvette.
Paris.
It's like a stingray. But yeah, she's actually, that's our first collaboration. He's doing keyboards on that with me for this record.
She's a bad mamma jamma. Paris is bad. I'm not even surprised.
I ain't gonna say bad.
Sister is bad. She is.
She is bad, man. I'm a jammer.
Yes, she is.
What you think, Rich?
I love it. I think it's the most complete production of the 5 songs today. I love the chord progression. The falling chord progression is really beautiful. I found myself
back up to I found myself.
I found myself wanting more of that male lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he ain't a a BB Winans stunt double. I don't know what he is.
Yes.
Right.
I was believing it. You know, it sounded sincere. It sounded like somebody that's used to sitting in that pocket and doing ad libs, and sounds like someone that's a talented background singer. That
Back up the talented background singer.
really talented background singer that's ready for the light. I wanted to hear more of him.
Right.
I also wanted to hear about 12 more girls in that choir.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Because the lushness and the package of it is there. And that's not even critique. It's just a wish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was that was a 15-person choir. You know.
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing. But I think that as it stands, which is I think the reason why we even went as far as we went with this record sort of in the first place, was that, you know, the background vocals really sound more like a Lisa Fisher thing than it does a choir thing. But yeah, a choir would turn this record out.
Mm-hmm.
Scale of 1 to 10, what you think?
I think I'm gonna have to double down on Gordon and give it an 8.99999.
All right.
Awesome. All right, Renee, what do you think?
I loved it. The Twitch fams, they liked it 100%.
Good.
I think I was on the show when we did listen to the original. So it's a vast.
It's been a while back.
Yeah, it was a vast improvement and a vast change from what we originally heard. So I like it. I'm actually, out of the 5 songs we heard tonight, I'm gonna give this one the golden buzzer.
All right. Golden buzzer. Golden buzzer from Renee Melendez. Awesome. All right. So actually, that does it.
That does it?
That does it.
All right. If you're watching the show and you want to know how you can get some feedback on your music, please send us a downloadable file to music@quantizerecordings.com, and we will try our best to get you on our next show, which happens in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time.
Right?
Yeah, and speaking of that,
16th.
Paris is going to be on in 2 weeks.
Is she?
Yes,
And
Paris
who
is
else?
going to be on in 2 weeks, and hopefully Hannah Kumon.
All right.
So,
that's the singer, right?
Yes,
Is that the singer? Okay.
yes.
That's the vocalist.
Hanley, yes, and maybe somebody else. We'll see. We'll see what.
I like leaving it right
got
there.
coming in.
Let the ladies be heard. They got something to say.
Yes, the ladies always have something
Absolutely.
to say. All the time.
No sugar coating it.
No.
All right. Well, music@quantizerecordings.com. Send us your music. This guy. Thanks for what do we have coming up? Wait a minute. I was about to say thanks for tuning in, but what do we have? Do you have anything coming up? You've got
First Friday.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
First
live
Friday
stream
is
on
this
Friday.
weekend. Yes, and Praise Party. It's about it.
And it's
pretty
May,
much.
so
And it's
in
May.
3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks that you
Mother's Day?
and Mike? No, the week after that, you and Mike Freak.
Oh yeah,
will be in Toronto.
We're going to be in Toronto. That's correct.
The 40 years of DJ Spin celebration is underway. Last year, we spent all year.
You hear that, Gordon? 40 years.
We spent all year.
I need a My Soul party.
No. No. You've got your parties lined up. We don't need another. There was one decadence. That was for our decade.
Yeah.
This year we're celebrating 40 years of DJ Spin.
Yeah.
And so you'll be in Toronto.
Rich, you got to DJ a party for me. Don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Threaten me with a good
Let's
time.
get rich. Let's get rich.
Let's get rich.
Let's get rich. Let's get rich. I'm all for it.
Cold Medina. That's hot.
Okay, we're wrapping this up. People need to go to bed. People got to be with their families. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. And we got to thank our judges.
Gordon, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Because you're a busy dude, man.
I know. I'm shocked that you got
Just the fact that you made the time for us, I totally appreciate. Now I can't hear you. Say it again.
Don't forget this month, you've got a radio show on my side. You always
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Wait a
That's
minute,
right. But that's the third
That's
weekend.
the third Saturday.
Yes. So I've got 2 Saturdays, Gordon, before I have to get you in the studio and do a show for you.
The third,
2.
That's right.
The third, always. That's every month. The third Saturday. Tune in to My Soul Radio
Right
and
at
check
7 p.m. GMT. 2 hours.
That's
It's
right.
called Soulful Storm.
Soulful Storm.
It's called that thing right there. See
Soulful
that?
Storm.
That.
All right.
Yes, that.
Soulful Storm. I came up with that name, so I don't know why I forgot. Well, actually, Danny Bench. Let me shout out Danny Bench because he really came up with the Soulful Storm hashtag.
Yes.
So, My Soul Radio.
Yes. It's going to be on My Soul, the Soulful Storm, every third Saturday of the month. I warm it up for Mr. Earnshaw, who likes to come on behind me and make much noise.
Yes, he does.
But
His show is awesome.
he likes to come on and make much noise, let me tell you. So, yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, thank you, Gordon. I appreciate you. Rich, you're another busy dude. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you being on and dropping the knowledge like I knew you would. It's a pleasure to have you, and I hope that you will come back again and play with us.
Absolutely.
Once again. All right. And Angelica Deneau with her track that is out right now called All I Am, produced by Zonum. It's out on QU3. And it is available at tracksource.com as an exclusive. So thank you for joining us tonight. Let me tell you, you really, really laid it down tonight.
Yeah, she gave some great.
You really did. It was really good feedback that you gave tonight. So I totally appreciate you coming on, and hopefully we'll have you back, and hopefully you got a record that's going to make some big noise out here. It's already being played on a couple of different radio stations.
Nice.
So some good support for All I Am already. So thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and I will see you in the Twitch streets.
Yes. Well, in Twitchland.
And for those in the chat, if you want to check out Angelica's music, I just dropped her TrackSource link. Please check her out and enjoy. Enjoy.
All right, so that's it for Talent Tuesday, for another Tuesday afternoon. Peace in the valley, peace in the city, and peace to your souls. We love you all, and thank you for joining us. Until next time you see us, we are out. And that is Kelly Spencer, and I am DJ Spin, and we are officially gone, baby.
For those of you on Twitch, join us for the raid, checking out Mike Freak's weekly live stream. Just hang in there on DJ Spin's chat, and we're going right over to Mike Freak's live stream. Peace in the valley.
Peace in the city.
And peace to your souls. We love you.
Bye.
Good night.